Hunter Biden, the president's son, has been accused more than once of questionable behavior. In the past, some of the claims were either unproven, false, or notoriously exaggerated, often by a certain former president who loves to lie. Well, this right here on your screen is some of Hunter Biden's artwork, and he's selling it for the first time. He's written about how painting helps him with his recovery from addiction, which no one would fault. But for the record, whatever you think of his talent, he's about to cash in on it for what will likely be big bucks. We're talking pieces that could go from anywhere from $75,000 to $500,000 each.
For a first-time artist, it's a little bit out of scale with normal pricing. They're fairly generic paintings, they're maybe technically skilled in a certain way, but they don't really have any oomph behind them or life behind them.
And here's where things get stranger. The Biden White House knew enough to see an ethics cloud forming, but its answer is worth a closer viewing too. Sources tell CNN the administration entered into an ethics agreement with the New York gallery selling Hunter's works. The buyer will be kept anonymous. Hunter Biden nor the public will know the owner or even who else bids on it. If the gallery spots unusual behavior, like a super high bid or a collector who doesn't seem interested, they're expected to turn down the offer. But there are no clear ways that any of this would be enforced. You could buy the painting, then post it on social media. Suddenly, we would all know who that person is. They'd no longer be anonymous. And that's got a former government watcher painting a disturbing picture.
It just is implausible that this art from an unknown artist would be selling at this price if it didn't have the Biden name attached to it. The cachet that comes with buying this art is getting to say that you own art created by the president's son.
And it's important to remember that this president considers himself a leader who embraces a high ethical standard.
The foul line is 15 feet away from the basket. Never get me closer than 17 feet, because it really is a matter of the public trust.
It certainly is a matter of public trust. Could the secret buyer be a Democratic mega donor who happens to have a taste for art, a foreign tycoon with space on their wall and business to do in this country? The Biden White House isn't the first to deal with family ethics questions, as we know, whether it was Jimmy Carter's brother Billy and his famous beer, or Donald Trump's best-known White House senior advisors, his daughter and son-in-law, a daughter who was part of the administration and who got more than a dozen patents from China while the U.S. negotiated a trade deal. Well, for the record, profiting off the presidency when you're a member of the first family is always risky business. The White House press secretary says Hunter Biden, quote, has the right to pursue a new career. But it is fair to ask, would this art fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars if the name Biden wasn't attached to it? It doesn't take an art critic to know when something can come off as a bad look.